Hello, everybody. This is Somnia Stellarum back for another episode of Let's Chat. And I did notice something right here. We're in Minecraft and we're in the snapshot updates, so the latest snapshots. And if you look in my offhand, right about there, you can see I've got a torch, and that's actually, I never noticed that you actually, it like displays on your character too, which I guess makes sense, because like if I go into this view here, I can see the torch kind of down at the bottom left there. So it makes sense. It's kind of cool. So I was interested to see that. Okay, I'm just gonna head off in this direction. We're still in the same world. I think I'm gonna keep going with this same world and just keep. I'm just gonna keep going with this same world for my Let's Chat, and I'm just gonna kind of whoa. I'm gonna get blown up apparently, but that's okay. I survived. Holy crow! That was quite the cave here. Okay, so anyways, what do we want to talk about today? I did want to talk about what, well, I kind of want to continue from what I was talking about last week. So last week, for those of you who don't know, I was talking about content creators and how they're going to be, how content creators are going to be, what's going to be happening in the future with them. And so I was kind of talking a lot about the business of making YouTube videos and whether or not that would be sustainable and why people do that and that sort of thing. So I released that video, and then the very next day, YouTube comes out and announces that they're going to be releasing YouTube Red, and almost immediately there was like a whole bunch of people who had all kinds of stuff to say about it. Pretty much everybody had something to say about it. And so I figured I would continue this series by talking a little bit about YouTube Red, and what it means for content creators and what it means for the audience. Because I truly do believe that content creators are the they have the best relationship with their audience out of anybody that I've ever met. And I truly think that that's the case. So you can certainly quote me on that if you want. But basically what I want to say is I think in the end YouTube Red is going to be good, but there's certainly been a lot of people who have been frustrated with what they announced about YouTube Red and some of the stuff that's been going on with it. So I did want to talk a little bit about what YouTube Red is, why it makes sense for YouTube and for content creators, and what makes sense for content creators in the end is going to make sense for their audience. That's something that I truly do believe, and I think that that's going to be the case going forward. So first off, what is YouTube Red? YouTube Red is a subscription service. You can buy an app on your iPhone or your Android phone, and with that app, you get access to all YouTube videos that are public. You get access to them without ads. So that's the first part, and then there's also some other stuff. So there's special content that you'll be able to get access, so premium content. So those are kind of the basics of YouTube Red. Let's just head over this way. I had my base set up somewhere and I completely lost it. But that's me, I guess. Okay, so the nice part about all of this for the content creator is any kind of subscription directly from a user or from a viewer is going to give them more money in their pocket than advertising will. And it's probably going to be like on the order of like 10 to 1. Like for each one view, it's going to be like 10 times as much money in their pocket than if they were relying on advertising alone. So if they do get a certain amount of like people following, it will drastically improve their the money that they'll be able to earn. So this is probably even more important for small YouTube channels. And I'm not even considering myself, like I'm not making enough off of these videos at all to really be, for it to be significant at all for me. So this is just an effort of love for me at this point. And to be honest, that's how pretty much every YouTuber I know, unless you're like a really spammy type of YouTuber who like goes and gets just videos that you know will get a lot of clicks, and you have the clickbait title and like all that sort of stuff. Unless you do stuff like that, you probably got into YouTube just because you enjoy doing YouTube and you think it's fun, and you might be able to share stuff with your friends, or with people that don't even know you. You'll be able to share kind of your interests with them. So that's how I see most YouTubers like getting into YouTube. So it's certainly, I mean, we will do it. Like if somebody's willing to pay me to do YouTube, I'll do it. Like I'll take the money. But I didn't get into YouTube just for the sake of making money. I got into it because I found it's a great way to connect with anybody who loves gaming and who wants to learn and kind of likes the stuff that I like. Then I can really connect with people. And I think that's pretty much the same with all the YouTubers. So that's kind of the first like little statement. We're not really in it for the money, but if somebody's willing to pay us, we'll take the money, because why not? If somebody's willing to give you money, you don't say no. You graciously accept. And so that's not selling out at all. That's just kind of the fact of life. And people put a lot of effort into it. And YouTubers in particular lately have been getting a lot of viewers. There's a lot of people who have been switching exclusively to YouTube for their viewing. And if somebody on YouTube can do that, then that has a real value for people like marketers and advertisers, and even the people who are watching it. I mean, you're watching it for a reason, right? So obviously you like something about what the YouTuber is doing, and that has value to you, so you've kind of put it into your life, and that value is worth something, and they should be given money for that. If as long as somebody's willing to pay you for it, you should be able to get money for it, I would think. That's my opinion, at least. So that's kind of the first little part. Now, the real concern with YouTube Red that I saw was that a lot of smaller channels would get hit kind of disproportionately compared to bigger channels because some of the rules that they had. And from what I can tell, and if somebody can prove me wrong, just by all means go ahead and prove me wrong. Like, let me know in the comments exactly how. But everything that I've looked into, and I've looked at it a little bit, everything that I've looked into does not suggest to me that any small channels are going to make less than large channels. So that was kind of, hold on a sec, I gotta eat, I'm a little hungry. So that was the main fear for a lot of people. So people who are fans of really small niche channels thought that they would go under because of this. And to be quite honest, that's simply not the case. If anything, there's going to be more money in the system. In the system, I mean in YouTube in general, for small channels to actually make a living and put more time and effort into what they're doing. So that's the first part. Is this my home? This is not my home. I don't think this is my home. There is something over here, but I don't know what it is. Okay, we'll keep looking around. I'm lost. I can't find my home. I'm home alone. Yes, I made that reference. Okay, so so what I think though is this was actually a very smart move from a business standpoint for YouTube and for the content creators. Like I said, it's just going to put more money into the system. Now, what a lot of people have told me is what they're concerned about is that they're no longer going to get all the content from the people that they really like, which I can understand that. I mean, if you're watching a YouTuber and you're really interested in what they do, finding out that they're going to be doing sort of premium content for somebody who pays money to them might be a little bit jarring. And I get that. I'm not saying that that's not a little bit jarring. What I'm saying is by doing premium content like that, especially if they're a small channel, they're going to be able to give you better content in the end. And they're going to be able to give you more content in the end. Even though you're not going to get all of it, you're going to get more. Ow! Okay, I gotta get away from this guy. Hold on. I am really kind of lost here. Hold on 1 second. Oh, not those guys. Ah! Another one. Oh, it was over here. I was right beside it the whole time. Okay. And I didn't die. Yay! I really need to build like a big fence post or something up there. Yeah. Okay. What do we have? We've got a little bit of oak. And we've got some stone. How about this? A little bit of diorite. Diorite. Okay. Okay, sorry guys. I was a little bit hectic. Sometimes you just gotta run. Okay, we'll do this. Make a couple of pickaxes. And then I'll actually make one of these. And the rest we'll make into torches. Perfect. Okay. Okay, so where was I? Completely lost my train of thought because of all the skeletons that were chasing me. Alright, so in the end, what's going to happen in the next few years? I think at least that YouTube is a platform, or content creators in general, they're going to keep, sorry, let me just eat. They're going to keep growing. So I think that that's kind of inevitable, in my opinion, that there's going to be more and more creators. That's not where I want to go. Yeah, so there's going to be more and more creators doing more and more interesting things as well. So I think that's just kind of the one thing that we need to accept, that creators are going to be a growing area right now. And I could see a lot of, actually a lot more sort of an older demographic might find that frustrating. And you see that in the media right now, where they're deploring people like PewDiePie because, oh, it's a guy who's just making games and he's making millions of dollars at this. And there's all kinds of these lazy people that are doing this. And trust me, guys, it's not that easy making these things. It takes a lot of work. You need to put some thought into what you're doing. You need to put some thought into how you set up your episodes, how you record your videos, what software to use to record, how do you go about choosing all kinds of stuff. You got to build thumbnails. You got to figure out how to promote your videos. If somebody made it big, like PewDiePie, he worked damn hard in order to get where he is today. Ooh, hello, Mr. Creeper. Come here, come here. Okay, that worked. Sorta. Okay, so for instance, PewDiePie has worked really, really hard, and I completely respect the amount of work it takes to become a YouTuber, and I think everyone should really. So when you're looking at your favorite YouTuber, and you really, really like them, and they're putting a lot of effort, and it's really all effort for you. It's effort for the viewer, and that's the same for, it goes for me, it goes for PewDiePie, it goes for any YouTuber online right now who's developed a following, who interacts with their following, with their followers or their subscribers on a video by video basis. Every single one of them is working really, really hard for you. So the idea of giving them more money, whether or not you get more or all the videos, really you should be thankful for that, despite the fact that you might not actually get all the videos, but you will get more videos. Okay, so that's sort of the first part. That's what I would say to people who are worried about YouTube Red. And that's not to say that there's not questions that need to be answered, because there certainly are. Oh, that looks cool. That looks really cool. It's like this big cave that's like all cool looking. Yeah, I heard you. Did I just drop my thing? Where is he? He's somewhere around. Let's just head back in here. Okay, so that's sort of the basics of some of the stuff that I've been thinking about as far as YouTube Red. Now, that's not to say there aren't any questions that should be answered, because there certainly are. And I think I really need to go down at this point. So let me just grab a bite of chicken. Not that. And then just make sure that's lit up. Okay, so I think that's kind of the basics of YouTube Red that I've been thinking about. That it's going to be good overall, and eventually it's going to be much better, I think, for YouTubers. Yeah, I'm lost again. Okay, so I think it is going to be better, and if we look kind of like broadly speaking, I think YouTubers are actually going to be, there's going to be a growing number of YouTubers. So if we look at, for instance, how many people are going to be watching YouTube videos, I think we can say there's going to be more people watching YouTube videos over the next few years. You just have to look at the demographics of it. Teens are by far watching more YouTube than almost any other type of stuff. So like if you look at Netflix or you look at cable TV, I think it's going to be basically YouTube is their go-to way of consuming media. And I think that's because of a lot of the stuff I was talking about in the last episode of Let's Chat, which was, you know what, we're going to go up over here and I'm going to dig down over there. Okay. So, and I think it's because of the way YouTubers interact with their audience provides a much more personalized sort of connection between a YouTuber and their audience, their viewers. You can really connect with the YouTuber, so that's sort of one aspect of this. And the other aspect is, let me get my train of thought. Okay, so the other aspect is it allows like so much more niche viewers. So if you have something very specific like Minecraft videos that you want to watch, then a YouTuber really allows you to get exactly the type of media that you want to consume. So that's sort of another aspect. Now, like I said, if somebody wants to pay me to make Minecraft videos, I am certainly not going to refuse to take their money. And I don't think anybody should. I really think that if anybody can get paid to do something that they love, they should be able to do that. And like I was saying before, it really does have a lot of value when you can attract people by the thousands to watch a YouTube video or to watch or to devote any kind of time to something that you create. And I think that's something that we should all remember. And to be quite honest, if you're a YouTube viewer, you should be thinking of that as well. You have something important to say. And I think that's the part that YouTubers are really critical at, is they give their viewers an opportunity to find their voice. They're not just content creators so that we can go and make content and sell it. We're not just like madmen on the dime to make our money and then get away with the stash. We're there in order to give our viewers a chance at finding their voice as well. And that's, to me, is the most critical aspect. That's the thing that a YouTuber is really good at, and that's why I wanted to get into YouTube. I certainly wanted to connect with people who I thought would enjoy what I want to talk about. And often people like that don't necessarily have a voice to really talk about, or a place that they can talk about the stuff that they enjoy. And so that's what I wanted to do with YouTube. That's why I got into YouTube, and that's what drives me in what I do for YouTube. So that's really the critical aspect for me is finding ways to connect with my viewers so that they have a voice. And I think a lot of YouTubers would kind of agree with that sentiment. So that's certainly something that I try to live by, like something that I want to exemplify when I'm making videos, is to make interesting stuff that I enjoy, that I think other people would enjoy as well. And not necessarily stuff that's that everybody can relate to, but people that enjoy the same stuff that I do. So I think in the end, there's a little bit of sort of animosity towards YouTube Red, and I think it might be misplaced. I mean, in the end, YouTube is a really great platform for discovering stuff that that we can all sort of share and connect with. And if YouTube finds a way to make more money for themselves and for content creators at the same time, in the end, that's just going to mean more content and more of the good stuff that you've come to enjoy from all of your favorite creators. And I think that's a good thing in the end. So let me know what you guys think. I know there's a lot of controversy about this whole topic, so I know I'm certainly going to be careful about how I deal with somebody. Everybody's kind of has a right to their opinion, and I'm certainly not going to... Hey, can you just be respectful and let me talk? Oh, you set me on fire now. Okay, so I'm certainly not going to be disrespectful to anybody in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. I want to hear your comments. I want to hear what you guys think, how you guys think YouTube Red is going to be good or bad, or why your favorite YouTuber says it's terrible, and like all that sort of stuff. Let me know all of it in the comments, and I'll certainly try to be responsive and try to comment back and let you know what I think. And I'm sure I haven't been all that eloquent right now, but I'm willing to listen to whatever you guys have to say, and girls. And I just want to hear what you guys think, because in the end, I want YouTube to become a really great platform for people to share their points of view on. I want it to become a way for people to discover new and interesting videos and entertaining stuff. So I definitely want it to continue to grow, and I think that there's certainly been a lot of sort of blowback on this, but like I said, I think it's going to be good in the end. But let me know what you guys think. I'm certainly looking forward to hearing that, and I'll be listening for you guys to let me know what you guys think. Okay, so this is Somnia Solarum. I'm going to build a little bit of a, no, not one of those. I'm going to build a little tower just to make sure that I can find myself next time. Sure, that's big enough. Okay, just ow. Oh god, that was a lot of damage, but okay. Okay, so this is Somnia Solarum. I'm signing off now. I hope you guys enjoy this. I know you guys responded well to the last video and you had a lot of comments, and I want to hear more comments. I want to hear more about what you guys think. So let me know in the comments, and yeah, we'll have a good discussion. We'll kind of all hash it all out. We'll get all the pressure off of our chests and get it all out in the open and kind of say what we have to say about it. And then we'll have a big kumbaya. And yeah, so let me know what you think, and I'll be looking forward to it. And I'll talk to you guys again soon. I'm going to definitely keep this going. The response was fantastic, so I definitely want to keep it going. So I'll see you guys again soon, okay? See you guys later. Bye.